As an artist, I spend a majority of my life performing. I perform on stages and for people, and their approval is one of the things that allows me to continue to sell tickets and sell albums and show up and do concerts. But a lot of that performance mentality has found its way into my life. I often doubt that people would love me or would care for me, or that God would love me enough to care for me if I wasn't performing or achieving. Over the years, as I've experienced doubt, I've realized that it comes in three waves: the doubt of myself, the doubt of others, and ultimately the doubt of God. And as I've been experiencing doubt of self, I often doubt if I am good enough. One of the stories that reminds me of that is the story of the prodigal son, who takes his father's inheritance, he runs off and he squanders it on prostitutes and on himself. And as he finds himself in a mess, he realizes, man, it would be so much better to just be back in my good graces with my dad, but I've gone too far, I've done too much, and I know I've lost his love, and it's gonna be hard to return home with all these things that I've done. Yet he comes home, and when he does, his father meets him before he can even apologize and says, "I love you, and I'm glad you're home," and throws a celebration. That story just is a great reminder for me, and I hope it's a reminder for you that when you doubt whether or not you're loved by God or seen as his child, that you are. And that story tells us that we don't ever have to be good enough. We just have to be humble enough to return back to God, and we'll be met with love and grace and forgiveness.